What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? Today we're going to be talking about the layers of the Earth. In fifth grade, you should have learned about the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. Today we're going to learn about those plus two more layers. That is the lithosphere and the asthenosphere. We're going to be making a foldable, and I'm going to kind of walk you through it step by step. Now, whenever I do any coloring or cutting, I'll probably be pausing the video so you don't have to sit there and watch me cut for 2 minutes. So keep in mind that if you need to, you can pause this video to do the cutting and the coloring, okay? So let's go over all the different parts of this. Let's see here. First off, you're going to need 2 sheets of blank computer paper. Verify that you have that. Next, you're going to need some colored pencils or markers or crayons or whatever you want to color with. Here's the colors you're going to need. You're going to need yellow. You're going to need orange. You're going to need brown. Now, we're going to be doing dark brown and light brown. I don't have dark brown and light brown, so I'm just going to use plain old brown. Oh, it's upside down. Crayola is pretty cool because they actually put it in a couple different languages here. Cafe, that's Spanish. And then Brune, I don't know what language that is. Somebody's going to have to Google that. Okay. So we got brown. You're going to need blue for water. Now I have red and orange red. If you don't have orange red, you can just use red and color one dark and one light. Or you could use one red and one pink, whatever you want to do there. So these are the colors I'll be using. If yours are a little different, that's okay, but try to stay as close as possible to those colors. You're also going to need a pair of scissors to do cutting with, so make sure you have all of that. Now, a sheet is going to be handed out to you that looks like this. And as you can see, there's 2 here, so you're going to cut down the center here. You keep one half and give half to somebody else, or go put the extras in my extra pile up front. Then you will get a sheet that has 2 of these on there. Again, you'll cut it in half, one for you, one for someone else, or put it in the extras pile. And that's pretty much everything we're going to need for this. So first thing we're going to start off with is some coloring. These clouds right here are optional. This is like kind of an upgrade. Okay, they don't come on the base model for all classes, but y'all are my favorite class, so we threw in some clouds. If you don't like clouds, you don't have to color the clouds or put them on your foldable. You can throw them away, okay? But keep in mind, clouds have feelings too, so you might want to cut those out. Okay, so before we cut this out, it's a lot easier to color because we can color outside the lines, and then we don't have to worry about it if we go outside the lines. So let's start with red. I'm going to get my red colored pencil, and this bottom layer right here, oops, there's kind of a glare, is going to be red. So I'm just going to take this and go like this. Now notice I don't have to stay in the lines because we're going to cut that out in a minute. So there you have it. That first layer down at the bottom is colored red now. This next layer right here is going to be red-orange. Now, red and red-orange look pretty similar, so I'm going to color it kind of lighter than the red. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back with my red and make this one even darker because it's not very different looking to me. Now, this is looking beautiful. I'm really impressed with it. It's turning out great. Next color we're going to do is this little layer that has the arrows in it. Those are, that's actually an example of something we learned about earlier this year, convection currents. And this layer is going to be orange. Now notice I'm not coloring this other little spot right here. Color that orange. Then our next color is going to be yellow, this little layer right here. Now next we're going to color the water blue. Now I want you to look closely right here. This area right here is going to be water. This little layer right here is not water, so be sure not to color this blue right here. Okay, I'll show you which parts you're going to color blue. Now kids, I don't want you to feel bad if yours doesn't look as good as mine. I'm very talented, and I don't expect yours to look as good as this right here, okay? So please don't get all depressed and upset if you're not as talented as I am. Now this layer right here is going to be dark brown. So right here, I'm going to press really hard with my brown colored pencil. And it's just from here to here. This is the layer underneath the ocean. And then this layer right here is also brown, but it's going to be lighter brown. And we're going to talk about why these are different colors. Technically, this and this are both the crust. Now, my clouds are going to be a classic color, like all clouds are. Green. You can color your clouds whatever color you want. Now we're all done with the coloring. I'm going to pause the video right there. All right, so all the coloring's done. Next, what we're going to do is start cutting. Now, because we already have this colored, we're going to go ahead and cut out each layer. So be careful that you cut out along the lines. You know, if you mess this up and you have to get another one, then, you know, I have extras, but you'll get a mark for preparation because you wasted materials. And I'm actually not going to use those clouds. They're just kind of extras. They're not real important unless, of course, you want them on there for looks. You can go ahead and put the clouds on there as part of the atmosphere. So these are all my scraps. I'm going to make sure I set these aside so I could throw them away and not leave a mess laying around. And now I'm going to cut out this layer. Now notice there's this little space in between each layer that you're going to cut out and throw away. So that little piece right there is scrap. Then here it gets a little funky because it's two layers kind of curve right here and then curve again. So if you did that correctly, you should have 4 pieces that look like this and are all colored. Next thing we're going to cut out are those little boxes. So you're going to cut all of this out. Let me show you what that's going to look like. That's this cutting sounds. I just cut all these out real quick, see? So you're going to have a box for the inner